What if I told you that your relationship isn't falling apart, but it's waking you up? Now, this video, it may be a little hard, may hurt a little, but I believe it can help and maybe even heal some things in your relationship. We grow up with the idea that relationships are about finding the one, that perfect person who will complete us, who will make us whole. We believe that. They tell us that. But what if I told you that they were never supposed to complete you? They're supposed to reflect you. Not the version of you that posts online, the real one, the insecure one, the guarded one, the one who still flinches when you feel unheard, the one who says, I'm fine, when they're actually falling apart. You see, relationships, there are issues in relationships. And relationships don't create issues. They expose the ones that are already there. And that's why if your relationship with yourself is unhealthy, your relationship with others will mirror that. Because here is a hard truth. You can't give what you don't have. You don't if you don't know how to share love, you can't do that with someone else. You'll find out fast that you're selfish when someone else is in the picture. When there's something to share, when there's time, be it space, or food, or even the TV remote, when you face the choice, you can shrink back into a selfish mode or self-protection. And that's when you meet your real self. The one who gets defensive instead of honest, the one who avoids conflict instead of growing through it. You know, family, I used to think love was all about giving and receiving. Now, somewhat it is, yes. But I've learned before love grows, before it grows you, it reveals you. It reveals your triggers. It reveals your emotional immaturity. And it reveals that little voice that says, I need them to make me happy. When deep down inside, that's your job. And that's the real kicker. It's not your partner's job to make you happy. It's not your partner's job to make you happy. It's their job to make themselves happy. Just like it's your job to make yourself happy and even whole. So if you seek happiness through them, you'll expect things they were never designed to give. You'll place a burden on them that's really unfair. Then will come the resentment, the anger, the arguments, and before you know it, you're not in love. You're in a survival mode. That's how people end up relationship hopping, looking for someone to fix what they refuse to face. And the pattern repeats. It's just a different face, same void, new love, same loneliness. And it's just not about miscommunication. You can't attract peace if you're carrying chaos. Just that simple. So many of us enter relationships carrying wounds from our childhood, baggage from exes, unresolved shame, jealousy, low self-worth, and we hope love will be the cure. But love isn't the cure. I'd even go to say it's a classroom. And your partner, they're not your healer. They're your mirror. You're supposed to see yourself in their eyes, not to be judged, but to grow. That's why conflict isn't always a problem. Sometimes I'd like to say it's an invitation to start journeying inward, to stop pointing the finger and start asking, what is this showing me about me? And, you know, if your relationship feels off, maybe it's not broken, but maybe you're being broken open. That's something to think about. I had to learn this the hard way. In my past relationships before meeting my wife, I thought I was a good boyfriend until I matured and I really got to see myself. I realized my issues, that my silence during conflict wasn't me being calm, it was avoidance. It wasn't peace, it was fear. I was scared to be fully seen and scared to admit that I didn't really know how to do the relationship thing. And so I would blame them. She's tripping, needy, crazy. She doesn't get me. She don't listen. But I wasn't listening either. Not to them, and definitely not to myself. See, if we never slow down and ask, why do I react that like that, or what part of me still needs healing, we miss the opportunity, the invitation, because healing doesn't come from blame. It comes from self-awareness. And if you're in a relationship that's troubling you, I would say don't walk away. Now, if it's harm and physical danger, yes. But if it's none of those things I just mentioned, just sit down. Sit down with not with them, but sit down with yourself and ask yourself, where am I still wounded? What have I been expecting from them that I need to give to myself? And if you don't know where to start, if you don't know what the next steps are, that's okay. Maybe that's your sign to pause, to reflect, and to seek help. There is no shame in counseling. Therapists are trained to help us unpack years of emotional buildup. Sometimes getting support is the most courageous step a person can do, because when you do the inner work, you stop looking for people to fill your cup, and that's when you stop looking for somebody to fix you as well, and you can start building something that frees both of you. So I want to leave you all with a challenge. Here's your challenge for the week. Work with me on this. I want you to notice just one moment when you feel the urge to shut down, to lash out, or just walk away. I want you to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what is this showing me about me? And not to shame yourself, but to get to know yourself. Your relationship isn't destroying you, it's trying to wake you up. And maybe, just maybe, that discomfort you're feeling, it isn't a sign that the relationship's over. It's a sign that it's working the relationship and working you. Now, if this stirs something in you, I want you to send this to someone who may need it too. Family, the best and most important relationship we'll ever have is the one we have with ourselves. So keep looking inward, keep loving outward, and I'll see you next time.